to the September edition of Inside OPSU. I'm Danae Moore, the Campus Communications Director at Panhandle State, and today we're on campus for the Aggie Pride Picnic. We're going to meet all 10 of the NAIA sports teams, as well as celebrate with the 6-time national champion rodeo team.
Want it louder?
Today we're joined by University President Dr. Tim Fulton. Dr. Fulton, it's great to have you.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Today we're celebrating our 6-time national champion rodeo team, which is pretty amazing.
It is.
And you got to be right there in the middle of the action at Casper this summer, right?
Yeah, I'm actually excited to talk about it because it was an amazing experience. I was there with my wife and my 2 boys, and we had a couple university supporters there sitting in our seats too. And we were sitting we were actually 11 rows from the arena floor. And so we could hear everything and see everything. The atmosphere was just electric. And then to know on that final night that you're so close to winning it all, I can't remember a time I've ever been so proud professionally.
So can you describe a little bit of it for us that were watching from home? Kind of a few more of the feelings that we're going through. I mean, this isn't something that you just wake up that morning and you go and like, I guess we're going to try to win a national championship today. I know that you had been with the team through this whole journey all year long, and that was kind of a way you wrapped up your first year, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But describe a little bit of that to us, like the process that you went through that brought you to there and what that was like.
Well, one of the things that I thought was so cool about this season was Robert Etbauer was the coach of the year for the region. His horse, which is a famous horse, Rambo, was the horse of the year for this region. And we had the top men's competitor and Josh Frost, and we had the top women's competitor as well. And it was, so I felt like I'd been to lots of rodeos, and I'd been there to watch them and support them. And what I noticed more than anything is I watched them grow. And so then you get to College National Finals week, and like you said, it's an entire week of rodeo. And we started leading after the 3rd night, and so our lead kept growing and growing. And then on the 4th and the 5th night, our lead started to shrink a little bit with Sam Houston State, who's a great university, and they've got an amazing program as well. But we went into that, everybody talking to each other and wishing everybody good luck. It's kind of cool. Most of the rodeo kids, and I don't know how many people know this, so they don't tell each other good luck. They tell each other to have fun. And I just think that's like the perfect way to approach it, right? Because it isn't about pressure. It's about, you've been preparing all year for this. Let's go out and get it done. And so I'm there with the program, and we're so excited. And literally, we had 3 people in the running for an individual national championship between Cody and Jake and Josh. And so I'm trying to keep track of all the points in my head, and every time something would happen, and like when Jake went, but he didn't win an individual national championship, I thought the gap is getting closer. And then Josh got bucked off, and the gap got closer. And then Cody Ballard got bucked off, and the gap got closer and closer. And just the excitement of, are we really going to do this as a team? And so finally the rodeo's over, and it took them literally like an hour to compute all of the standings and everything else. And I swear to goodness, I think I probably aged 10 years in
longest
that 1 hour.
hour
Yeah.
ever.
I think you were involved, and there were probably about 15 people on campus. Everybody was texting back and forth. And so I'm literally standing there with Robert Etbauer and Josh Frost, and we're trying to talk about anything other than the rodeo and what we're trying to ignore. And then Shelby Weeder comes out of nowhere, puts her hand on my shoulder and says, "Guess what? We're national champs." And it just the elation and all those kids running toward us. You know, and the thing about our rodeo team is these guys are for the most part pros, particularly our men's team.
Right.
These guys have been around the world. They've won a lot of money. They understand what it's all about. They were college kids for that one moment, and they were high-fiving, and they were hugging anybody who would hug them back. They were hugging each other, and I'd never seen them in that environment because they're normally all business, super professional, but they were so excited to be part of something that was truly history-making. And so what was interesting is once all the high fives and the backslapping stopped, everybody went back, I went back to being a president, and Robert went back to being Robert, and everybody went back to that. But for that moment, you could tell that we'd really sort of accomplished something special. And the best part of it for me is we're walking up and they've announced us as national champions, and there's a guy at the end of the stage, and he's handing out like the awards. And so the kids got a very beautiful engraved knife for being a part of the team. They handed Shelby a belt buckle, and then they handed Robert the national championship belt buckle, and he turns and he hands it to me. And I said, "Oh, Robert, I can't do that." And our world champion coach goes, "You better take it because I've already got one." And he kind of pulls back. And so they actually gave me part of the buckle. And then when we're on stage, a lot of people don't know this, but you have to stand on stage for literally about 20 minutes while they get all the angles and the lights and everything else, right? So we're standing up there, and I'm looking at the buckle, and Josh Frost said, "You're as much of this team as anybody else up here. We're proud of you." And so to have a kid like that I have so much respect for, make me feel welcome in an environment was to me, that was what I will remember the most, is I felt like I was connected to this university in a way that nobody else had ever been.
That's awesome. Well, that wrapped up the beginning of your first year, and the students are back on campus. Classes started August 14th. We've got officially a week of school under our belt.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of excitement going on, continuing propelling us into this next year for you. Can you talk a little bit about some of the facility updates that you have in mind and just some plans for this fall semester?
You bet. Like I said last year, our success lies in giving people reasons to attend Panhandle State. And so I think in the next year we're going to start construction on our brand new shooting facility. And that's going to be a game changer for us. That's going to be something that's open to the public and really give us a wider array of students. A lot of people will look at us that wouldn't have looked at us before because of that particular program. I think everybody in the community is excited about the University House. Nobody's more excited than my wife and I, so we are ready to get in there. But it's something that we're going to literally have either a student event or a fundraising event every week. And so I think it's grown into something that everybody's going to be really proud of. We're very close on finalizing a deal to upgrade our football facility, which would allow us to add a soccer program. And so, again, giving people more reasons to attend Panhandle State. One of the things I think most people are going to notice is we're going to feature our faculty more. We've got some superstars on our faculty,
right?
And they're actually so humble that they never really tell us how great they're doing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you and Dr. Blanton and some other folks are going to work hard to get all those highlight stories out, because I think we have a lot of things to be proud of.
Right.
And people are so humble, they just don't tell us about it. And so it's our job to let everybody know that not only do we have great students and great facilities, our people are what make us special. And so I think in the next year, you're going to see a lot more sort of people-centered things.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We definitely look forward to all the new updates that are coming and getting to know some of the faculty a little bit better, and we wish you the best with this year.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this started. Yes, go ahead. Give yourselves a hand. You all made it on time, even though we waited a little bit. Robert Etbauer told me as long as you get there before the bronc riding starts, you're not late. So we're good. I'm Ken Stonecipher from Guyman, Oklahoma. I've been announcing and involved with the Panhandle State Rodeo team for I don't know how long, ever since Robert caught me into it. And I'm proud to be here today with all the sports teams as we kick off the semester. Let's start off. Let me introduce our president, Dr. Tim Fulton, with a few remarks.
Welcome, everybody. We're so excited. It's a brand new year. It's a beautiful day. You guys ready for dinner? All right. Well, we want to get through this. I was blessed to witness a truly once-in-a-lifetime thing when I was in Casper, Wyoming with a rodeo team. Robert and Sue and Shelby, we're so proud of you and the job you do, and we're really looking forward to honoring you tonight. I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. And Ken, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I understand we have some people to introduce.
Exactly right.
Very good.
That's exactly right. Well, we're going to start it off just for all of you that are here. We'll bring the rodeo team up, and then we're going to bring the teams up one at a time right up here in front for your photo. I don't have all your names, so I won't mess those up. But that's kind of how we're going to roll. We'll have the coaches come up with the teams, and we'll get them all. But we'll start off with our national champs. So let's bring them up to the front. We'll bring Shelby and Robert and Sue up here on stage. Here is your 6-time national champion rodeo team from right here at Panhandle State. If we could have all the team members right here in the front. Robert, you and Shelby come up here where the microphone is, yeah. Yeah, just fill in right here, fellas. That'd be perfect. Let me just introduce the members of the team that were at Casper and brought home the gold buckle. Not all of them are here today, but the ones that are, would you please step forward? Josh Frost, Will Martin, Jake Finley, Cody Ballard, Dylan Riggins, Nate Johnsrud, and Ben Johnsrud. Stay out there. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I did a little research this morning. Everybody's heard of the University of Oklahoma OU football, very famous football program in the NCAA. That program started in 1895, back when Robert was in grade school. And for the last 123 years, they have won 7 national championships. They're one of the most celebrated and famous NCAA football programs in the country. They win a national championship about once every 18 years. The OPSU rodeo team started in 1963. They've won 6 national championships in the last 55 years. That means they win one about every 9 years, about twice as often as OU football. So I don't know about y'all, but I think that means Panhandle State Rodeo is twice as good as OU football. What do you think? And that's saying something. Panhandle State Rodeo is a tradition that goes back to the early 60s. And where's Bill Newman? Bill, are you out there somewhere? I know you are. I saw you before. Are you waving, Bill? Bill Newman, in 1965, Panhandle State hosted their first rodeo here in Goodwell. Bill Newman won the bronc riding as a cowboy from Panhandle State. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Not only is he one of the founding members of Panhandle State Rodeo, but he's a great sponsor. And let me tell you about some of the other great sponsors. You know, it takes a lot to have a national championship team. It takes great faculty that support the program. It takes great coaches like Shelby and Robert and Sue. It takes great athletes like all of these cowboys and cowgirls that you see in front of you. And it takes a community of sponsors and people that help. And I'm going to run through this real quick, but I'm sure we're going to leave somebody out, and if we do, we apologize in advance. But here's just a few that have made things work, not just this year, but for 10s and 20s and 30s and many, many years. People like Murray and Sandra Beasley, Arnold Beck, Mike and Caleb Branson, Dean and Winnie Crosby, Jeff Freeling and Jeff Harold, Steve Long, Alan and Janice McCloy, who I talked to Alan this morning. They had to go to a funeral or they would have been here. And I can't tell you how instrumental the McCloys have been throughout the years in giving these kids practice stock and a place to hone their craft. Bill Newman, who you just met, Kim Peterson, Jim and Sherry Quimby, Bryant Rife, Bud and Mike Ritter, Tom and Phyllis Stevens, Jack and Rex Strain, Dana Tomlinson, Joe and Nina Webb, Lanny Wilson, who's here. Stand up, Lanny. Right there. I should say Professor Lanny Wilson. He's a new professor. There's a guy that only made it through one semester as a student, but then came back for a class after he retired, and now he's a professor. After 1 year, it's fantastic. There's a guy that spends his retirement out at the OPSU arena, welding up and designing stuff and working. He does a lot more than just write a check or say, I'm behind you, but he works hard. Folks at Anchor D Bank, Guyman Convention and Tourism, the John Hereford family, PTCI, and TCEC. And there's so many more that spend their time, spend their money, and support not only these kids and these coaches, but Panhandle State. So for all those sponsors, would you give them a round of applause, please? Now I'd like to bring the coaches up here. I'm sure they have a speech prepared. Robert's going to be the spokesperson. Shelby Weeder, an alumni of Panhandle State, just like Robert Etbauer was. And Robert and his brothers and Craig Latham and all the guys that came with them really reinvigorated the Panhandle State Rodeo team, not only as athletes back in the day, but as supporters and now as coaches. You couldn't ask for better leadership. So would you please welcome my friend, two-time national champion and Pro Rodeo Hall of Famer, Robert Etbauer.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We can't tell you how much we appreciate the support of you guys and the community. We couldn't make it without you. That's what's made us strong. I mean, and all the team members, the kids that we got, the teachers, everybody that Ken talked about, and our family and friends. And Sue, I can't tell you, I couldn't do nothing without her. And we couldn't do nothing without the community. Thank you very much.
Shelby, you got some words? Now let's get Shelby Weeder.
I don't have any words. You said it all.
You said it all? Well, you can say that to them, not me.
I just want to reiterate what he said. We couldn't do it without any of you. It's pretty awesome to see everybody here today. We're looking forward to a good year for all the teams on campus. We're excited to see where this year's headed, and we just want to wish everybody else good luck too.
Sue, I'm almost sure you don't want to speak. But let me tell you something about Sue. Robert was exactly right. We can't give her enough adulation and praise. Sue is the one that not only keeps Panhandle State Rodeo working behind the scenes, but the Etbauer Ranch working behind the scenes. She's the one that fixes the tractor if it doesn't run, because Robert doesn't know how. She's the one that rehangs the door and that raised all the kids, and thank goodness Robert wasn't home for that. And she's done one heck of a job, and she's kind of shy. But would you give her a great round of applause? Dr. Paulton?
Well, we anticipated that Robert and Shelby wouldn't have a whole lot to say about what it was like to win the national championship. And one of the things I love about them is how humble they are. To the team, I want you to know something about him. When I walked up to Robert after we thought we'd won the national championship and we were waiting for everybody to compute the scores and all of those things. By the way, I think it took about 7-8 hours, didn't it, Shelby? It took an awful long time. Yes, so we're sitting there trying to talk about things, and I said, Robert, we're so proud of you, and just, I mean, what an amazing life. I mean, winning the national championship 2 times as an athlete, and now to be a national champion coach, and to recruit all these kids. And the first thing he said is, Dr. Bolton, you're laughing at me, aren't you? Because I sound like it, don't I? He said, I didn't do anything. It was these kids. And he's right. It is you. It's everybody who's here. Everybody who's going to be introduced as an athlete and everybody who's a coach. It really is you. But I want you to understand something. Being here today, you're a family. And being part of our family has me and everybody else behind you saying you can do it. You're part of something greater than you've ever been. Because you, as a rodeo team, you might have won a national championship, but somebody had to find you. Somebody had to recruit you. Somebody had to get you here. Somebody had to take care of you once you were here. Somebody had to feed you. They've fed an awful lot of you, haven't they? Somebody had to teach you how to be better, how to think like a champion. And that's the great genius of Robert Etbauer and Shelby and Sue Etbauer. How about another hand for them? I'm real anxious about all the great things we got going on. We're in a new league. We're in a new conference for all of our athletics. And as far as I know, everything in rodeo seems to be clicking right along. We're so proud to be a part of this. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you.
All right. Don't go away yet, rodeo team. Did you get their photo? Do they need to get closer? Which way? They're going that way. All right. Give them one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Every year we expect great things from the rodeo team here at Panhandle State, and I haven't been disappointed yet. Now, you know I'm a rodeo guy. You can probably tell by the way I'm dressed. But I do want to brag on these guys when it comes to rodeo. This is the team that not only excels on the field, but excels in the community as well. And one of the things under their leadership with Coach Gaskamp is they've been involved. These are the guys back behind the chutes, loading steers, some of them for the first time ever, and getting getting an experience that might be unique to Panhandle State. But I think it's been great. Not only did they do that, they've been involved all over the community in Guyman and Goodwell. We're sure proud of them, and we look forward to a great season. Coach?
Yes, sir.
We didn't get you up here to say anything. I'm waiting for that photo deal to go so we can move your bunch over there. They're a little bit wider, but let's get Coach Gaskamp up here while we're waiting. Okay, football players, pay attention. The boss is talking.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I want to thank the administration. This is an awesome event. How about giving the administration a hand, man? The amount of support that we've had for Dr. Paul and the staff is outstanding. As you guys have seen from going into last fall and the tailgating areas that we're building out here, just a quick reminder, our first home, well, we got a scrimmage tonight in the stadium at 7 o'clock. Love to have everyone out for that. First home game is August 31st, 7 p.m. of Thursday night. I'm pretty sure all the teachers said you didn't have to go to class that day. I'd be kidding about that. Go to class. We'll have plenty of time to get out there and have a great rocking crowd. Be very excited to see everyone out there.
All right, give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen, the OPSU Aggie football team. All right, right over here, guys, for your photo opportunity. Make sure you use your good face. All right, as they exit stage right, let's bring up the volleyball team and Coach Matt Hefner. Hurry every chance you get.
I just want to give a quick thanks to all the administration and everyone who supports us. And we have our first home tournament, September 1st and 2nd in the field house. We would love to see all you guys out supporting us there. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. That was short and sweet and to the point. Just the way we like it. Hey, football guys, be quiet over there. We're talking. Hold on. We're going to get this photo right here. There you go. All right, we're good. Give them a hand one more time. Our volleyball team. All right, Coach Denise Levine and the cross-country team, make your way forward, please.
I don't have much to say. I think I'm going to let our actions speak for our accomplishments this year. I'm very excited, and these kids, they work hard every morning. I want everybody to know that they're up at 6 a.m. every day, putting work in, and we're expecting big things this year.
Thank you, Coach. Give them a hand. Your cross-country team. All right, where's the golfers at? Coach Dwayne Malden and the golf team, come on up. Your coach isn't here? All right. I've never met him, but I'll speak on his behalf. All right, here's the golf team. We're expecting big things out of this group this year. We've got some new freshmen, some new recruits, and we sure would appreciate all your support. We want to say thank you to all the parents that sent the kids, and of course the administration and all the sponsors that help us. How's that? All right, give them a hand, our golf team. Now some of you out here might be surprised. You're like, oh, you might hear of a team you didn't know about. Well, shame on you. You should be supporting them all. All right, let's go with the equestrian team and Coach Melissa Meyer. All right, folks, we put her on the spot because she's not. This is Kayla Hook, one of the coaches of our equestrian team. And they haven't had their first meeting yet, but they have had great success over the years. And we would appreciate your support for them. And Kayla, you're going to get a great close-up because you're the only one here for the photo. All right, give her a hand, would you, ladies and gentlemen, and all the folks from the equestrian team.
Thank you, I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, Coach Victor Esparza and women's basketball, would you make your way to the front, please? All right, tall ones in the back. You think they know that by now? Go ahead, Coach. Yeah, just pull it over, that's fine.
I just want to say thank you for all the support, and we'll see you in October. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You'll see what our progress is these 3 weeks of boot camp. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, ladies. We expect a great season from y'all, too. All right, let's go to men's basketball and Coach Jerry Olson. All right, just so you're ready, softball, you're on deck, so get ready. It doesn't take so long. Oh, Jerry.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations again to our rodeo team. I mean, a 6th national championship is unbelievable. And the job, Robert will never talk about what he's accomplished, but it's amazing. Robert, Sue, and Shelby, it's awesome. But this is our team. We have one guy still in the Army. We can't get him out until September. We have another guy still stuck in his country and another guy that can't get out of his country. So we will have a Midnight Madness at 7 o'clock. Makes a lot of sense. But again, we'll see you guys in October, and thank you everybody for your support.
Give him a hand, Coach Jerry Olson and the men's basketball team. Thank you, fellas.
You want to go undefeated this year? You want to come out to games?
All right, let's go to softball. Coach Megan Mulcahy and the softball team. Hi, good. That's you.
All right, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight to our first fall event this year. We have a couple more that we're going to try to have, so you guys be on the lookout for what we're trying to do this fall. Thanks.
All right, photo opportunity for the basketball team. Good job, ladies. Give them a hand. Oh, excuse me, softball. I knew that. I shouldn't have drank that six-pack on the way over. That's my fault. All right, let's go to OPSU baseball. Coach Jason LaRock and the baseball team. I thought there was only 9 on it. Well, that's a lot of baseball players. Hurry, fellas. All right, come on up and pay attention. Coach is about to talk. This one here.
I'm excited to be here. Excited to be a part of the proud traditions that are at OPSU. Excited to make some of those traditions our own with our baseball program. Staff and I have done a really good job of getting the right guys in here. Guys that kind of meet that right fit, that are ready to work. And we're ready to get to work.
All right, give him a hand. Right over there for your photo, fellas. One more time for the baseball team. All right, Coach Kelsey Dickerson and the cheer squad, where are they at? Let's bring them up. Oh, you got to make more noise than that. I know they're leading you, but right now they're walking up, so give them a hand, would you please? Your coach is not here. Okay, is there anything you want me to tell everybody?
How much we love them. We're going to support them win or lose.
Okay.
Oh, don't say your trials are tomorrow.
What's that?
Cheer trials are tomorrow.
Cheer trials are tomorrow.
Yes, is it 6 to 8?
From 6 to 8 tomorrow. Where at?
The Noble Center.
At the Noble Center. And what do you do at the cheer trials?
You try out.
Try out.
You learn cheers.
New people try out?
Guys and girls.
Guys and girls.
It's co-ed.
Co-ed. Fantastic. I've got some eligibility left. Can I come up?
Yes.
Yeah, that would not be good. The guys don't have to wear those skirts, do they?
No.
Okay, just checking. It's very important that we get all the information out front.
But you can say that like we're the ones that we're always supporting.
Yes. Now, you know the community supports each and every one of these athletic teams. These are the folks right here that support you out front, loud and proud. So give them a hand, our cheer squad. All right, ladies. Step over there for your photo. Oh, I see Jack Strain is here. Hello, Jack. There's another great OPSU in general and rodeo in particular supporter and an alumni. And Jack and his brother have been timing the OPSU rodeo every year since they graduated back before y'all were born. I'll just leave it at that. Since 1972. No, 1978. They've been there every year. How about a hand for that dedication? All right, students and student athletes, just got one closing remark for you. Panhandle State is a special place. Don't let anybody tell you different. You should be proud of your school. You should be proud of your team. You know, there's a couple things that you will get in your college experience that no one can take away from you. Number one is your degree, and I hope you all get that. And number two is the friends and the relationships that you make during your career here at Panhandle State. So make sure you focus on that and keep that with you, because I went to college many years ago. Not as many years ago as Jack, but pretty many years ago. And those things last a lifetime. And you've got a great opportunity at Panhandle State, so make the best of it. All right, one more time for each and every one of our athletes and our national champion rodeo team. Let's give them all a hand. Don't forget, 7 p.m. tonight, right there, we'll have our scrimmage. We want you all to be there. And I believe we're going to have some great live music right now. And when does the feed start? Dr. Fulton, is that coming up right away? We're about right now? All right. So we'll bring the band on stage. We'll get the buffet ready. And we will see you in the stadium at 7 o'clock for the scrimmage. Thank y'all.
We're here with head football coach Russell Gaskamp. Hi, Coach.
Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. It's an exciting year to be an Aggie athlete. I know there have been lots of changes. Can you tell us a little bit about the move to NAIA and what it's going to mean for the football team?
Well, we think immediately it gives us a chance to have an opportunity to win the conference. There was certain struggles that we were going to have in the Lone Star Conference, from a scholarship standpoint, and some of those things. But we really feel like we'll have an immediate chance to have a real good football team. And obviously, it's an important transition that's going on for our school. We think it's good for all the student athletes. We're really excited about it.
The I know you guys have a couple of weeks to practice under your belts already. Are there players that you want to highlight at this point?
And I think you'll see some guys in the scrimmage tonight. Our football team this year is going to start in our offensive and defensive lines. We have 4 seniors and 2 juniors that have a lot of playing experience in the offensive line. And then I think our defensive line is going to be the best that we've ever had in my 6 years here. So, if you can start in the trenches and be very physical there, I think that'll give us a chance to be very competitive. We're going to have a lot of new guys in the back end on defense and a lot of new skill players starting at the quarterback position, but we feel like the stability in our offensive defensive line gives us a chance to be really good this year.
National champion rodeo team.
Can you tell us,
guys over there
fans, what are some things we need to know?
Those are available right over there where all the hats are gathered.
Admission, how does all that work?
Yeah, I mean, the season tickets this year have gone great. We just have a few left, so if people are interested in buying season tickets, they better get in quick. Okay. We've expanded our tailgating area and have essentially already sold that out. But our student affairs office has other tents that are available. If you get in contact with Ranch Trailer, he will be able to get people set up for that.
Okay.
And we are extremely excited about our first game. It's sponsored by Bank of the Panhandle. They're stepping up, and we're throwing a great event that night. Basically, we're introducing the new crew. We're kind of leading the way to this move in the NAIA. It'll be a Thursday night game, August 31st, 7 p.m. versus McMurray. We've never had a Thursday night game here, so we expect this to be a little different crowd than what we've had in the past, and we're extremely excited for it.
Okay,
so.
very good. And everyone, whether you have a tailgate pass or not, everyone's invited to come out to that,
Everyone's
right?
welcome. I promise you there's going to be plenty of food. Everybody pitches in, has a great time. We expect for it to be a pretty raucous crowd that night especially, and can't wait to get everybody here and to see No Man's Land Stadium packed on a Thursday night.
That's right. Okay, well, good luck with this season.
Thanks,
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm joined now with our athletic director and head softball coach, Megan Mulcahy. Megan, it's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
We just spoke with Coach Gaskamp about the change to NAIA and what that'll mean for the football team. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means for athletics as a whole and some of the changes, how you came to this decision, that type of thing?
We came to this decision mostly because of the travel that we were having to do. We were traveling a really long ways for the games that we were playing in the last conference that we were in. I think that it'll help out with recruiting and draw some Oklahoma kids from the city that don't normally come out here, because we'll be able to play closer to their home, and so their family and friends can come see them play a lot more.
That's awesome. As I said to Coach Gaskamp, it's a really exciting time to be an Aggie athlete. I know the coaches have been working hard all summer. I know you've been working on lots of different projects, and one of your focuses has really been on facilities. Are there a few areas that you want to highlight? I know when people come on campus, it's easy to see there's being renovations around, and can you talk about some of those for us?
Sure. The first thing everybody will notice out here is the new gate for the football stadium. We replaced the chain link fence out there. We're currently renovating the bathrooms for the home games this year, and they just built a new concession stand that they're in the middle of finishing right now. Another thing that we've done is we redid the basketball floor, the basketball volleyball floor in the gym. It's also been painted, and we're working on getting video boards for in there to update the scoreboards. That's also something we're looking to work on for football as well.
So lots of new things going on. It's a great time for anybody to come over, whether you were here last year for a football game or if it's been a while and you're an alumni and need to come back and check it out. There's lots to come and see, lots of updates. We appreciate your time today, and we'll look forward to seeing you throughout the seasons and on the field with softball.
Awesome, thanks. Hope to see everybody out there at the games.
Thank you. We're joined now with Robert Ettbauer, the head rodeo coach here at Panhandle State. Good to have you, Robert.
We're glad to be here. Glad to see everybody.
You've had a pretty awesome year. You were named the Central Plains Region Coach of the Year. Rambo got selected Men's Horse of the Year for the 5th time again, right?
Oh yeah, it's a honor for us to get to go to the college finals, and then you come home with the national championship, and my horse wins Horse of the Year. It's just been and I don't know what they were thinking when they got me Coach of the Year, but it's a great honor. I can't tell you how much it means to me and my family.
Well, tell us a little bit about what it's like to be out there at the college national finals.
Hey, Garland.
Hi. How's it going? I know I was at home, watching it on my computer, on my laptop, but can you kind of give us a feeling of what it's like to be out there and right in the middle of all the action?
Well, we took 7 kids there to the college finals, and it's 3 rounds and a short round. The top 12 guys come back to the short round, or top 15 possibly. But the kids got to ride good, rope good, and out of the 7 kids we took to the college finals, 6 of the 7 got points for the rodeo team. Unfortunately, there was no individual championships, but it took every one of them to bring it home for us.
That's awesome. Definitely a team effort then.
Yes.
It wasn't just 1 or 2 of them stepping out. Everybody really pulled together and made it happen.
They all got points, and it was fun to be there.
It's kind of a marathon week really for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's 3 head. you get on 3 broncs, rope 3 calves, or run 3 steers, and the best 15 guys come back out of that.
It's a lot of hard work.
Well, it's stressful on me, but it don't bother the kids at all. I mean,
they're doing what they love.
Yeah, they like it. They're happy to be there, and they're trying their hearts out.
Well, we're super proud and glad that you could bring that championship back again this year.
Well, I was proud to be there. I was along for the ride, and it was fun to be there.
What does this year look like for you guys? I know you really have a couple of the guys coming back.
Well, fortunately, we lost Josh Frost and Ben Johnsrud, Randy Buchanan, and then there was other seniors that graduated that didn't go to but we got, 30 to 40 new kids coming to school this year, and a bunch of talent, a bunch of good kids.
And you'll also have some leaders coming back from the team that won out there in June, right?
Oh yeah, Nate Johnsrud, Will Martin, Jake Finley, Cody Ballard, they're all back.
Good.
We're happy to have them.
So looking forward to another exciting year.
Yeah, well, there ain't no guarantees, but we'll be trying hard, I'll promise you that.
And I know you guys have been working hard inside and outside the arena. You've got a new facility going up out there here in Goodwell at your college arena. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, thanks to Dr. Fulton and Lanny Wilson and Mike Branson, a bunch of Jack Strain, we're building us new stalls out there for the 20 more new stalls. We split all the existing stalls in half. We got 22 more stalls there, and then they're building us another barn. It'll help us out a bunch. The kids will be able to keep their horses there by the arena, and just makes it handy. And the barn's going to be really nice. They're going to be 12 foot wide, 30-some foot long, and storage underneath them, and completely covered. If it rains or snows or something.
Good.
It'll be just like what we got, but completely covered.
That's awesome.
Oh, it is awesome. We're happy to have it.
And your season kicks off in the middle of September, right?
Yeah, September sometime. We start our jackpots, our college jackpots up after Labor Day. Starts Tuesday after Labor Day, and the kids are already practicing and going at it hard.
Hit the ground running.
Oh yeah, we bucked horses the first Tuesday kids got back, and we're bucking them again tomorrow.
Good.
They've been roping and they're getting after it. They're craving it.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to it. We appreciate your time, and congratulations on the national championship.
Well, we appreciate your time and the support. We couldn't do it without the community. We're just glad to be here. Thanks for all everybody does for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have assistant rodeo coach Shelby Weeder here with us today. Hi, Shelb. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, tell us about your first year. You got hired in August of last year, right?
Yep, it's been about exactly a year.
And I'm gonna say you had a pretty exciting first year.
Yeah, I really don't think you could have a much more exciting first year. I mean, if we would have had 2 teams win a national title, that would have been the only way it could have been better.
So tell me a little bit about it. What was it like for you? Can you share with us a little bit of your role working with Robert?
Me and Robert just try to do whatever the kids need. It differs from day to day. It just kind of depends on what their needs are and where they want to go with things. So we pretty much are just here for whatever they need us to be here for.
So after you have that 1 year under your belt, I know that you already have goals set for this next year. And specifically focusing around the women's team, you spend a lot of your time helping them out with their needs. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the goals you have set?
Yeah, this year I finally got to bring in some girls that I knew, and I'm really excited about it. They've got a lot of talent, but more than that, they all have really good attitudes and they work hard. My biggest goal right now is just to get a women's team to the college finals. I think it would be so great for them if they could get their feet wet and see what it's like. Being a part of a national championship team, even as a coach, was pretty unbelievable. So I would like to see our girls get to do the same thing.
Yep. Well, we're looking forward to a great season. We appreciate all the hard work that you guys are putting in out there. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
This is Jake Finley. He's a saddle bronc rider here at Panhandle State. Hi, Jake. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Jake, I'm excited to talk to you and kind of hear about the college finals from a student athlete's perspective. We got to talk to Dr. Fulton and hear his take on how everything went. We talked to Robert and Shelby. Can you give us a little bit, tell us a little bit what it's like to be out there actually competing right in the middle of everything?
Oh, that's the pinnacle of college rodeo. I tell you, you have a lot of fun out there. There's a lot of good horses, a lot of good cowboys, cowgirls. I mean, everything. You worked hard all year in the classroom, in the rodeo, in the practice pen, everywhere. And it just all comes down to there. It's a good time.
Was this your first time to compete at the college finals?
No, this is my second time out there. Last year I didn't have as much luck last year, and it's kind of good to go out there for a second time. It's kind of work the place out a bit and know what mentality to take and what all the bright lights and stuff's going to be like out there.
So how did you do this year?
They bucked me off my first horse, but I kind of took revenge on them. I got second in the second round and then won the third round too. So had a good horses the whole way throughout, and then I had a bit of tough luck in the short round. My horses, it was pretty hard going. I didn't place as high as I'd like, but I mean, we'll be there next year again. So
that's right. Well, we're super proud of you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience here at Panhandle as a student? Where are you from originally?
I'm from Gundawindi, southeast Queensland, Australia, so like kind of east coast, I guess. And I come over here I wanted a bachelor in animal science. What my heart's set on right now is what I've come here to get, and rodeo's just been a ship for me to get it. And get to take some great coaching off some great bronc riders while I'm here, so I guess I'm just pretty lucky.
So did you come to Panhandle State as a freshman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going into my senior year this year. Come over here as a freshman from Australia, and I've been loving every minute of it. So.
It's probably gone a lot faster than you thought it would.
Oh, I swear, it was just the other day I turned up at Halter Hall.
Yeah.
Like it was, I can't believe how quick it goes. This whole community makes you feel so welcome. Everyone in the community, not just here on campus, but over there at Guyman and Texoma, everywhere around here does.
What was the transition like for you coming as a freshman? Was it hard to get adjusted and being away from home?
Kinda. I mean, not really. I'm from a rural area back home, so I went away to boarding school my whole life. So it kind of wasn't too much, but being away from Australia in general was a big change. I didn't really. Yeah, it took me a bit to get used to the States, but I mean, like I said, everyone around here makes you feel plenty welcome.
So you mentioned graduation this year.
Yep.
I mean, we've just got a week of school under our belts right now, but graduation will probably be here before we know it.
Oh, I bet it'll be here in a blink of an eye. So.
What are your future plans?
I'll try and stay over here rodeoing after I get my degree. Hopefully, stay over here for a little while and see
you're
how much money I can make at it.
Right now, you're competing professionally,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I sure am. I've been working it in school, and they've just been professors are great. I've been able to manage to go pro rodeoing and stay caught up in classes. It's one thing to go to a lot of rodeos, but getting caught up and stayed caught up is a big thing too.
All right, well, thank you for your time. We wish you the best with your school year and all your rodeo endeavors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jake. We have Ellie Esquivel, our student body president, with us. Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
Ellie, you're originally from Guyman, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us a little bit about your time here at OPSU. Are you a senior this year?
Yes, I am a senior. I graduated from Guyman High School in 2015, and I was first introduced to Oklahoma Panhandle State as a concurrent student, and I just loved it. I got involved in some extracurricular activities. I joined Halo and OIL. I got as a high school student, it was really neat. I got to represent Oklahoma Panhandle State at the state capitol, and then I got to represent us in Chicago all while I was in high school. And
awesome.
So that was just really neat. I made great friends, and I just loved it here, and I was close to home, and that's definitely one of the main reasons why I decided to stay here. And it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made, because I have, my family's support, through college, and that's just been great. I think that's really shaped who I am and all of my success in college.
So what are you majoring in?
I am an elementary education major with a minor in business and physical science.
So you've had a busy college career.
Oh yeah, it's been very, very busy.
I know you've been involved in a number of activities. How's that going to shape your plans for the student body as we enter into the new year? I'm sure you've gotten ideas from the different clubs you've been in, events you've been to, things like that.
Yes,
meeting. Can you tell us what your plans are?
Yes. Our first meeting is actually next week, which is really exciting. I guess the main thing about it is that we will have it at our president's house. Dr. Fulton has opened the doors, and we'll be the first group to have a meeting and stuff in there. So that's pretty historical, I would say. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I mean, just to get to be there and talk and document this and take pictures and just definitely establish our goals for this year.
That's exciting. I know we've been celebrating today at the Aggie Pride Picnic with all the student athletes. They've got big goals for this year.
Yes,
and just to look back on what the rodeo team did this past year and looking ahead for the future, it's exciting. And I know you have big plans for the student body as well. So I'm excited to get the year going. We've got a week of school done, and is there anything else that you'd like to add that you have planned?
No, nothing really. I know that looking through our calendar, there's a lot of dates already set for homecoming and and so on, and we're just really excited. We're already planning for all that, and we just want to make it the best year yet.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you today.
And have a great year.
Yes, you too.
It's been a great evening on campus here at the Aggie Pride Picnic. We've celebrated with the 6-time national championship men's rodeo team. We've talked to coaches and the athletic director and got a peek at what we have in store for us this season. And it's been great to talk with student athletes as well as the student body president and see what they have planned for this upcoming year. We thank you for joining us for this edition of Inside OPSU and hope to see you next time. And that's what's happening on campus.